Welcome to Bad Travelers Club. Want to visit a city and have no idea where to start? We're here to highlight the best and most unique dining, hotels, entertainment, and other things to do that any city has to offer. Today, we are hopping on our imaginary plane and flying up north to the former capital of the United States, the Red Rose City, but most importantly, the filming location of the critically acclaimed Discovery Channel original, Amish Mafia. This is Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
What?
You didn't know about this?
No.
My name is Ryan. Alongside me are my co-hosts, Kristen, right down Main Street. Say hi.
Hi.
Some of you might recognize our next host from his starring role in the Born Stuntacular at Universal Studios Florida, Nate.
Hey, friends.
And last but not least, paging Mr. NBA experience himself, Sean Claus.
Paging Mr. NBA.
That is a good name,
Because he
honestly.
likes it. I know.
I should be Miss NBA.
You're
Okay.
No, there's no Mr. and Mrs. this one.
Miss, not Mrs. Just Miss.
Miss. Okay.
Miss.
NBA experience.
Yes.
Okay.
Together we'll help plan your dream or disaster Lancaster vacation. We'll let you be the judge. So, what do you guys want to talk about?
Who do you think is going on vacation to Lancaster?
I did 2 weeks ago.
To be honest, my family
I
would
did 2
do
weeks
day
ago.
trips out to Lancaster. So
2 weeks ago.
we did. So
Okay, so on these day trips, would you stay anywhere?
So we did. So we would go for a weekend trip, and we would stay at the Fulton Steamboat Inn. I don't know if anybody's heard this or even been there, but my family, I didn't even think it was
I'm
real.
interested.
I didn't even think it was a real place until I thought it was just a figment of my imagination, no pun intended. And I couldn't even believe that this is hotels. Looks like a steamboat. It's just in the middle of Lancaster, and it's like, the pool's in the front. It's an indoor pool, but it also has like big sliding doors that open. And there's a little playground next to it. Fulton Steamboat Inn is probably one of the nicest places I would want to stay in Lancaster.
Is it docked or is it on the water?
It's just a building. There's like water around it. So just picture this giant steamboat that looks like a hotel, and it's surrounded by like little like ponds and creeks. And there's like a playground, and then like not too far off, you can take a train, and it would go off into like somewhere in Pennsylvania. To be honest, I haven't been to Lancaster since I was like 10 years old, so this is 10 plus years ago of memory probably just fading from my existence. So the Steamboat Inn is the most beautiful hotel probably out in Lancaster. I
Have
would
you
say.
looked up recent photos of it, or is it like
It's
completely run down now?
it's very old. No, it's it's got a 4.6 star rating out of 5 out of Lancaster.
I've never heard of it, but I think it sounds
Look
amazing.
it up. It is. It's really cool. I'm telling you, it's like exactly like it sounds. It's like I don't know. There's not much to do there probably besides maybe food and some horseback rides with the
Horse and buggies?
yeah, horse and buggies. I used to cry getting on those. My family used to literally the Amish hated me. There's no doubt the Amish hated my
What
butt.
would you be crying over?
I would just hate to get in the horse and buggy. I thought it was like the weirdest thing to me.
Was it the lack of air conditioning?
I don't know. I
No
like
Radio Disney,
I like their little
or-
candy canes they would have in their gift stores, but I would hate the horse and buggy rides. Everyone would look at it and they would probably just like,
I don't know if this was something. Was your parents just putting you in those horse buggies
Without permission?
and just taking
No,
photos of you?
I don't, to be honest.
I don't think the Amish are very yeah, sure, come on in.
No, they would do rides.
Do they do rides?
Yeah, I don't want to get into other parts of the segment for for the entertainment and excitement there, but you would go for a horse and they would literally take you in a car with your family, the Amish, and they have a little gift shop and everything. We would stay at the Steamboat Inn and we would do a train ride too, and that's where we would stay. So that's pretty much all my experience.
A Claus family vacation.
They did. We stayed there a couple times.
Yeah.
Were the rivers and stuff around the steamboat? Are they man-made, or
Yeah,
are they actually there?
I have no idea, to be honest.
I just imagine it's like a moat around
It
the
is.
castle.
They're probably-
like a medieval times style thing.
I mean, we could include a picture, but it just, it looks exactly like a steamboat.
For those watching on YouTube, you will have seen plenty of photos / videos at this point. And if you haven't watched it on YouTube yet, that's where you can see all the visuals pairing for this specific episode. But yeah, I
That's
would.
where we're staying. The
Yeah.
Fulton Steamboat
That's
Inn.
where we're staying.
It's not the most glorious Grand Floridian. I can switch it up. We can, rough it out at the Fulton.
Well, we don't
Rough it out at the Fulton.
we don't have to stay at the best. We want to stay at the most unique, the
That
coolest,
is unique.
cool experiences.
Nothing
I would
but
say
the
this
best.
is definitely the coolest and unique hotel in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And
Wow.
and that's coming from a Pennsylvania native.
So for a second there, I thought you were going to say the Cartoon Network Hotel.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, and it also leads into what I would do for like activity wise or entertainment wise. Of course, I've been there, and also before we continue, we need to clear the air here. Everyone is saying
Yeah?
Lancaster wrong.
Lancaster.
It's
Lancaster.
Lancaster.
Who told you that?
This is true. It's
Who did Lane kiss?
It's Lancaster. Let's
go on, Lane.
It's like Lancaster. Lancaster.
Lang?
Lancaster.
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 Yep.
Everyone say it.
Now, I
Lancaster.
mean, there's no right or wrong way of saying anything, but the, people from Lancaster are probably like, they're saying Lancaster wrong.
We're gonna do a 3 count. We'll all say it together. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Lancaster.
Lancaster. Okay, tell me more about this Cartoon Network hotel.
In
real quick.
Lancaster.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
What do we
I
need to
thought he
do?
was going to say the Cartoon Network Hotel, which is okay because for my activities is right next to the Cartoon Network Hotel, and that is Dutch Wonderland. Oh. Dutch Wonderland.
been
It
there.
is a theme park. Well, it's mainly a kid theme park, and it's in Lancaster. And it has a lot of kid rides, and it has some wooden roller coasters, and it's really cool because when you first walk in, it's the castle facade, like it's a big castle, and you have to cross a moat to go into the castle, and then it's a beautiful park, and it has a whole bunch of Amish and Dutch heritage tied to it, and also like medieval times too. So it's very strange. Like they have a roller coaster there called
How old is
Merlin.
this park?
Dutch Wonderland.
Yeah, how long has it
it's
been there?
It's been around for a long time. Not too long, but it is voted, I believe, by the Gold Ticket Awards for the best child-friendly park. Tons of kids rides.
That's a specific award.
Yeah. Now they have multiple other rides that are really unique. They have a really cool animatronic band, like the Country Bear Jamboree, but it's outdoors and it's really cool. It's like Chuck E. Cheese and the Country Bear Jamboree together.
So is this what the Goofy movies thing
Possum
based off
Park.
of? Possum.
Yep. It's kind of like that, but not so much. Like the whole Possum Park thing. That's what the whole entire jamboree. The Possum Jamboree. I think that's what they call it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Or something like
We'll
that.
put a correction, yeah.
Yeah, but they have something just like that at Dutch Wonderland. And they also have wooden roller coasters, and then they have one of those crazy houses. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever been on one of these attractions. It's a house that you go in. They have one at Six Flags Great Adventure. I knew you were there.
Houdini's Great Escape? Yes.
But it's a smaller, it's a scaled down version. So you go into this room and you sit down and the ride starts and you start like rocking and you really can't understand what's happening. But what's going on is you're sitting still and the whole building is rotating around you. The whole building is rotating around and you're sitting still, so it messes with you
It's like an
so
illusion.
bad. It's an illusion. It literally, like, you feel like you're going like this. Like it's insane. I think it moves like this maybe, but like the house itself is like spinning around and around. Really messes you. It's really cool though, and it's right next to the Cartoon Network, and it's cheap, it's affordable, good food.
What are their annual pass holder benefits like?
Oh, they probably have some good
buckets.
ones.
It's photo
Honestly,
pass included.
yeah, they have this really cool water boat ride where you go out on a lagoon, and it's a kid ride, but there's a big gigantic purple dragon animatronic that you can see from the parking lot. The park itself like is visible, like just that part with the dragon, because he's like kind of like he's guarding the moat, but all of the park you can't see because the castle basically like obstructs the view. So all you see is the castle, and then on the side a gigantic like pond or lagoon with a big purple dragon animatronic, and it's really cool. They have a monorail.
When was the last time you were there, Nate?
I was there last year.
Did you make a video on
I
it?
did. I did make a video on it. It was really
have to
fun.
watch.
Dutch Wonder. Yeah, you have to go. Honestly,
How many
it's
attractions do they have?
they have a lot. They don't have a lot of roller coasters. They have one like steel coaster, and then they have a purple wooden roller coaster that is really good. It's actually it's one of the older roller coasters. They have the cars, they have the boats, and they also have a forest full of dinosaurs, which is out of this world. It just hit me hard. But like they have a walking trail full of animatronic dinosaurs that are outside. It's always outside, and these animatronics, they must like cover them up at night or something, because I mean it's Lancaster, it's cold. But there's literally animatronics, and they're so bad. Like some of them are like, "Arr," like they twitch and
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool
Can
though.
you do that again for me?
I don't know.
Now,
I want to go now.
I imagine Dutch Wonderland to have very good food. What are some food highlights at Dutch Wonderland?
They do have some good food. Of course, they've got like your traditional like stuff that goes around, like potato pancakes and stuff like that. Nothing like Knobles. We'll get there. I should just say that, but they have good food, and of
Warms up my
course,
heart.
this is another big thing. But I don't want to say it because it might be another one. I don't want to say another thing, but they do have Turkey Hill ice cream and stuff.
I missed their iced tea so bad.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
I don't think
Iced tea.
my stuff is going to overlap with any of what you
See, me and Nate are Pennsylvania
Yep,
guys.
we are, but they do.
Oh, I know Turkey Hill too.
You know Turkey
Oh, yeah,
Hill?
you got Turkey
Yeah.
Hill
They
Jersey.
have the Turkey Hill experience in Lancaster.
The experience?
The experience where you learn to see how like the dairy,
good.
the farms are, and everything like that. You can actually learn how.
Is it bad that
Yeah,
sounds more
ice
appealing
cream.
than Dutch
Turkey-
Wonderland?
I love
Turkey Hill
iced tea.
mint chip. It's like the chips are
Oh,
so
mint chocolate
thin.
chips,
Their
yeah.
mint chip ice cream, Turkey Hill is delicious.
yeah,
Have you? Do they have Turkey Hill? Like
They
from
don't,
you're from
no.
like Chicago area.
I'm from the Midwest, and everybody else is from East Coast, clearly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on here?
Turkey Hill. Turkey Hill.
Okay.
Let me know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Turkey Hill. Like they got the iced tea.
I know what you're talking
You know
about.
what I'm talking about. The iced
Lemonade.
tea and the ice cream. Oh, they had that. Oh, they have orange tea. I remember I used to love getting that orange tea.
My sister would drink gallons of it. We would have to
Yeah.
like literally go through like piles
It's
of it.
super sugary. Probably not
Yeah,
good
it's
for
really
you.
bad.
But on top of
recommend
that,
a gallon.
they are also a convenience store.
Gas station still.
Yes.
So it's its own gas station,
The ice cream's
full of
good.
its own products. That
So, like,
also gets
Buc-ee's
sold
kinda.
other places. No, but this stuff gets sold.
But it looks like just a
And,
normal
like,
gas station.
Yeah, like you buy this stuff in the grocery store.
It's not as nice as Buc-ee's.
I mean, there are like convenience stores / gas stations like in Ohio where it's like, oh, we get our milk from the gas station kind of thing because it's like that's
Oh,
the
yeah, of
most
course.
fresh, that's a whatever. So that does make a lot of
The
sense.
freshest milk.
Just recently, I drank raw milk in Lancaster. It was actually fun. I walked right up to
Straight out of
I
the
walked
udder.
right up to a cow that produced some milk
Yo.
and drank the milk
All right.
right in front of the cow.
All right.
And it was super sweet.
I bet it was.
I prefer my milk medium well,
It was good.
not raw.
I prefer my milk to go through some processing.
Similar
that's
to
a good-
both of you, which clearly both of the two experiences we've talked about so far are surrounded by a small moat. Is the dining experience surrounded by a moat, Kristen?
I don't know what the exterior fully
You haven't,
completely
you didn't
looks
do
like.
your research? No, it's okay.
But I mean, we
What color is our bathroom?
we have Mr. Lancaster here. Lancaster. Did I say that right?
Lancaster.
Lancaster. Now, this is only by getting corrected.
This guy is a big fan of Shady Maple Buffet.
Oh, yes.
And Lancaster is very well known for like their Pennsylvania Dutch and their Amish buffets. And Shady Maple is the largest buffet in the USA. They have a farm market. They have a gift shop, which, fun fact, is where Sister Walnut got her first ever bonnet from.
No way.
Yes.
If I would have known that, I would have went and did the
In
dance.
fact, is
The dance.
we used to play a basketball tournament every year in Lancaster, and we went. I don't know if it was exactly from Shady Maple. I have a feeling it was, but we went to one of the Amish buffets, and Sister Walnut got her first bonnet there. But that is not my answer.
True legends. What?
That is not
That's
my
not?
answer.
Wow. I thought she was going smorgasbord.
No,
Smorgasbord would have my choice.
Smorgasbord is what they're like is the basic answer I felt. So I did a little bit more digging. And Lancaster is very well known for whoopie pies and pretzels. We are going to Hammond's Old Fashioned Handmade Pretzels. 4.8 out of 5 stars on Google.
How many reviews?
6.
I don't have that data
Well, you
for
have to look at sometimes that because
And they're all family members.
if it's only like
believe it.
6, yeah, like 7, 4.8.
Do
Have you been here before?
do the reviews match the amount of employees that work there?
Great food. Love the pretzels.
Well, they're a Pennsylvania Dutch style hard pretzel, and they've been around. The shop has been open since 1931.
Wow.
So it is the oldest continuously family operated handmade pretzel bakery in America. And I have a quote from one of the reviews on Google. I am not sure how old the oven is, but the building looks like it was actually built around it. And that's the type of place I want to buy some food from.
Yeah.
Like an old school style, like...
I don't know.
I'll tell you what.
Were they being sarcastic? Were they being like, they said that?
No, it was a 5 out of 5 star
Listen,
review.
being all about
Selling it would go either way.
food, I have to say the oven is the most important thing. Like if I go to a pizza place and it's like on a conveyor belt and stuff, if it's not coming, I just love ovens, so I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank
the
God-
older, the
thank
better.
goodness for the ovens.
And they're not like soft pretzels that they have there. They're hard pretzels.
Yeah.
And you can see them being... They don't offer tours.
No
That'd
tours?
be really cool if they did, but you can see them making them. There's like windows into the bakery in the back.
Do you know what kind of oven this is? Because I love Dutch ovens.
I'm a General Electric kind of guy
Dang, that
myself.
was so good.
Well, it probably is a Dutch oven.
That was
because
so good.
The Pennsylvania Dutch.
He set you up so good for
Did
that.
Sean even
wow.
get it?
What?
A Dutch oven?
Is it like a slang or something? Or
Yeah.
It's okay. You can look it up later.
I thought
Don't
you were
worry
saying
it.
about Pennsylvania Dutch.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
probably where it originated from. Anyway, so but they don't do tours. What does this menu even look like? Because you haven't really dived into like the details of like, is there anything
Pretzels.
that are like
Pretzels.
just other than pretzels? Is it
That's pretzels is
Any
their bread
protein?
and butter. Well, they're not like soft. They're not like soft pretzels, so they're not gonna have like
hard
pizza
pretzels.
and pretzel glizzies or anything
I
like
can't
that.
get a pretzel dog?
It's not Annie Ann's.
Yeah, this is no Annie Ann's. Right?
Does anyone else think Annie Ann's smells like nail polish? Because they're always next to
No.
a nail salon in a mall.
No, they're always in a Walmart.
I feel like Annie Ann's are always in a mall,
Walmarts.
and when I smell like a nail salon, I automatically think
You get
Annie
hungry
Ann's.
for Annie Ann's? when you
Yes,
pass it
it
over?
triggers me.
I smell nail polish. You know what that means?
It's so strange. I can't be the only one. That's really
you might
gotta
be.
exist.
I-
Really?
I think you might be the only one.
You guys will have to let us know in the
Yeah.
comments if
I
anyone else
I can't relate
associates-
to this
yeah.
one. I know they're in a bunch of Walmarts in my hometown, but that was it.
Ugh.
When we go to this pretzel bakery, we got to get there early because they sell out a lot because they want to make sure they're protecting the quality of the product and not trying to pump out a ton. I don't know. It just seems like a great old fashioned like
We got to get
Place.
there early.
I just imagine walking in there and smelling a nice, hot, steamy Dutch oven right when we, right when we walk in.
Yo, what is this Dutch thing? I'm trying to look it up.
I know Sean's Googling Dutch
I
oven
see.
right
I
now.
see. A Duchess is a weak.
dude,
A
like
Dutch
Urban
oven.
Dictionary.
A Dutch
oven.
Dutch
Urban
oven.
Dictionary.
It's not even that bad. It's like
Yeah.
This man Sean is googling Dutch oven.
it's probably the
Urban.
most tame thing you'll find on that website.
Can I read it then?
Sure, you
Yeah.
can read it out loud. I can read it out if I need
A
to.
Dutch oven is where you let of a ghastly fart under the bed covers. Trap it while your girlfriend is out of the room. Wait, what is it? Dude, that's what the Urban Dictionary gives me. Why is it such a specific scenario happening for this?
Well, I'm glad that
It says
Sean.
farting under the blanket, then lifting it up, trapping your significant other under the covers.
well,
That's
this
a
is something
scenario?
we've never done before, I guess.
No, I'm gonna proudly say I've never had this happen to me or done it. This has happened to me. I promise you. This,
Hey, I got a blanket in the other room. I can show you. If you want.
Oh my lord! You're gonna Dutch oven him?
I rather not.
What?
This is
Is this gonna happen on video?
lay on the
Do we
couch,
have a
Sean.
video of this?
No, it's okay.
I'd rather not be Dutch oven.
I'd rather
will-
not be Dutch oven.
I will be seeing my dinner if I'm Dutch oven. It's a piece of
What
toast.
dinner?
We don't need to get into topics, but Zaxby's and Uber Eats has lost my chicken sandwich.
Sean was so excited for that chicken sandwich, and then
gone.
they just never brought it. So I gave him my food
And I had
instead.
to donate as well.
Yeah, we donate. We made him a meal. Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay, so after dinner, this might have to be a separate day. So I have another entertaining
I'm
thing that I would
crying.
like to do. My eyes are extremely red right now. I don't know if you can tell. I'm really trying to stop. Okay. So originally, I was hoping there was some type of walking tour of the filming locations of Amish Mafia. I'm not kidding. I love that show so much. If you haven't watched it, it's
I didn't
amazing.
watch that, but I watched like Return
the
to
guy-
Amish and Breaking Amish on TLC.
Is that the guy who drives the Cadillac? There's
I
one,
believe so, yes.
Is he's like the head
what's
head Amish guy and he
his
drives
name?
a Cadillac? for some
Levi
reason?
guy or
Yeah, Levi.
whatever.
That's the one who drives a Cadillac. I have CTS. I don't know why I remember this randomly.
Reference that I have to Lancaster is that my wife Isabel has been to Lancaster before for a field trip to a place called the Amish Village, which is experience the Amish way of life. Located in the heart of Pennsylvania's Dutch country, the Amish Village offers an authentic look at today's Amish lifestyle. Located 12... Okay, I don't need to read this whole
Maybe that's
description.
where I went when I was a kid.
Basically, what this is you could get a premium package tour, which includes getting the most of your Amish country experience by combining the Amish farmhouse and village tour on the back roads on a bus tour and their website, which I have a question. Who's working on their website? Because I think that might be against the rules. But there's
That's true.
there's just like a YMCA bus that they take you on.
That's as Amish as I want to get.
You got to get Sean's horse and buggy in there.
I think that's maybe where I would have went.
Would you cry on this? Or would this also would
In
this
today's
be,
time, I probably would cry on that YMCA bus.
But I've done other like Pioneer Days type things in elementary school, which I guess based off your reaction, you have no idea what that is, where I would like you pretend like you were a settler of the Midwest/West and you'd come to school dressed in like
I've done these
jeans
before.
and flannel, and
yes.
you'd have like a pale lunch
Never.
kind of thing. Never heard of that?
No.
What is this?
Oh, I've done it in the class.
from the city.
But I never came to school like that. We played like different roles like that in school.
Like in your community? Like you guys...
Like in the school, like during class, like depending out. Usually it would be in social studies.
Kristen, did you ever do this?
Do you remember what role you might have played? I remember mine.
What roles?
Mine, I remember I did a medieval one. So I was like a knight. And then another time, I think we were doing cowboys. So we all pretended like we were cowboys. And I remember I worked in a saloon. Like that was like my thing.
But for the Pioneer Days, I just want to say, my role, I was the Dutch oven baker.
No!
Sitting tight.
Wait, but
I just had to have a blanket, and I was good
So
to
you
go.
guys would play like your role play, and you were
You
a farmer?
didn't do that when you were in school?
No.
Really?
I played like sports and like other stuff. It wasn't like a pretend. I don't know.
Social studies.
This is not like high
it's
school.
Yeah, younger.
stuff. Yeah, I know, but I played sports when I was like
Like,
as long as I can remember, like soccer in first grade.
Not in school, while you were at school.
I was a near 200-pound kid in high school. I was a big boy, so
play
like
football?
I was short at the time.
Yeah, I was a linebacker.
Okay, well, is this a trip that you would like to take to Lancaster? Anybody who's watching, let us know in the comments. Let's go around. Let's recap what we did. We checked into our hotel at where?
The Fulton Steamboat Inn.
Okay.
And then we go on a horse and buggy.
But we also should go
We
on.
cry our eyes out.
I'm already crying my eyes out. Oh,
Wait,
man.
you should recap this in your
The
nice
Amish,
voice.
the Amish will not let me be there.
I want you to pitch this. I want you to pitch this vacation to me right now, Sean.
Okay, so we have to drive to Lancaster from Philadelphia. We just arrived. A nice summer day.
Why are we driving from
Philadelphia?
What were we doing in
Because
Philadelphia?
the Philadelphia, I
that's the
believe, might be the
closest spot.
closest airport.
Okay.
And it was the one I would fly into.
Yeah.
We would get there. It's about 82 degrees on a beautiful August day. All right. We just check into the Fulton Inn. There's 2 white chairs sitting by the pond. Nate goes over there. He sits down while me, Ryan, and Kristen go check in. We get our rooms, our individual rooms. We check in. We change out to our fitting Lancaster threads. We hit the town. We might go to Intercourse, Pennsylvania first. We might not. We go over to Lancaster, see the Amish. We get some candy, some Amish candy. Then we go grab that pretzels. Where are we eating there? What's that place called? Hammond's. We're going to watch some baked pretzels, fold the pretzels, and then we're going to even munch on those pretzels. Then we're going to go check out the Cartoon Network Hotel. We'll see all the characters. I don't even know cartoon characters anymore. Ed, and Eddie, are they still a thing? Who knows? After that, we go over to the Smorgasbord. Get a beautiful dinner there. We're laughing, we're crying, we're sharing stories. You know, we get a little sleepy afterwards. Nate tries to stay up and have a cup of coffee, but it doesn't work. We all head back to our respectable rooms, shut the blinds, shut the curtains, and get ready for another beautiful Lancaster morning the next day. if I don't tell you that's a place I would want to do, I'm glad. Sounds a lot better than Orlando.
Yeah.
Does
You
it?
forgot Dutch Wonderland.
Oh yeah, Dutch.
Well, that's the next day.
yeah, next
Okay.
day. We're preparing for the next day at Dutch Wonderland. You can't do everything one day,
And then to the marketplace.
we do
Yeah.
these trips can be involved. I think for a weekend. We can do
Yeah,
a
well,
weekend.
it's got to be a 2-day thing because if we're staying in a hotel, we have the day of check-in and then the day of check-out. That's how it would always be.
True.
So I have a question though. If we're just going to see the Cartoon Network hotel, like what
name
is-
name a
have
name
you
a show.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's cool just to see too.
Nate, give me
it's
a show
literally
that-
a Cartoon Network themed hotel. Dexter's Laboratory.
when you go up to the desk, are you like,
I don't know.
Do they represent these characters, or are they just like Adventures Time? That's the only one I can remember. the
It's
newest one.
literally
If that's even on the air.
it's literally right next door to it. It's like really pretty too if you like look
Is
it
it
up.
like
I'm
the
sure
Nick Hotel?
we'll have visual like guides, but like that's on the outside. Like that's the actual hotel right there.
Looks like a normal
Let me see.
hotel with a lot of
it
windows.
used to be something else, I'm sure, right?
Of prison.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
got the Adventure Time characters. Yeah.
the Lancaster prison.
Yeah.
So one question before we move on. If they were to have a honeymoon suite, what cartoon would it be named themed after? Would it be like Courage the Cowardly Dog or
Cow and
like,
chicken.
It looks like they have a Powerpuff Girls splash area.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What every Amish fan.
What is their audience? Obviously, the Amish already
It's so
live
strange
there, so
because it's literally if you pull up, it's almost in the same parking lot as Dutch Wonderland. And right now, I just looked. It is $115 a night.
Well, Cartoon Network Hotel, if you're watching this, and we know you are, hit us up.
Yeah.
No, but the Fulton Steamboat Inn.
But
If
we'll
you're
still go
watching this, hit us up.
Yeah, we're just gonna check it out. We're gonna stop there on the way to Dutch Wonderland because it's right next door to each other.
I would like to, if we ever have a chance to go to Lancaster, which I guess would make these trips come
should.
true, I would love to go see the Cartoon Network Hotel.
Cartoon Network has a 3.8 star rating.
Ooh, that's
How many
lower than the
reviews?
Fulton.
1,000.
The Fulton? Oh, that's a lot.
1,000.
They probably
Oh,
have 1,000 employees.
also,
right?
Yeah, read it. Can you read a bad review?
a
Actually?
quick. Oh yeah, maybe we should read a bad review. But a quick. Oh wait, are we doing the Cartoon Network or Fulton?
I still
see
want
what
to hear
I
a
wanna
bad
see what
review.
I'm interested now in
on the Cartoon Network.
and you're interested in Fulton.
I am interested in Fulton.
I want a bad. Let's get a bad review.
Let's get a
from
bad
Mitch coming
review.
up right
I'll
now.
read up
Okay.
Fulton. You get Cartoon. You go first.
Okay, but also I want to point out that there is a Disney character warehouse across the street as well.
Really?
Oh.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
interesting,
How?
right? Yeah, it's right.
Why?
A Disney character warehouse is right across the street.
I didn't know this. I didn't know there was one outside. I know there's one in like Miami and then here, but
We just
in
can't escape
Orlando.
Disney, can we?
Okay.
Or summarize it at least.
Are we reading?
My wife and I stayed. Now, this is for the Cartoon Network. My wife and I stayed here with our 2 kids within the past year. We were not impressed. We checked in. Our room was possibly the furthest away from the main area. When we got to the room, it felt dirty. Then we found wires sticking out of the wall in the bunk beds. We called someone and they couldn't properly fix it. So we went to use the indoor pool. It's not attached to any building, so you have to walk across the grass as if it's cold out. You're risking the kids getting sick. Wait, the lifeguard couldn't get in the water? So if you're drowning, then who's going to save you? And I'm not reading this weird, guys. This is exactly how I'm reading it. Plus, if it was so packed that you couldn't move in the pool. The food selection was poor, so we went out to dinner. Overall, the experience was very poor. We will not be returning. We go to Lancaster often, and we will not stay there again. We thought it would be cute for the kids, but nope. Felt like a death trap.
Wow.
Death trap. That's so serious.
Let's
Sean,
hear Fulton.
Give me the Fulton.
It's actually not as bad as that, but my phone is.
I
my
want to hear the
Atlanta.
worst review you can find.
This is okay. So this is the one of the top lowest rating one. The room is pretty and the bed is comfy, and I like the hot tub and pool. That's all I can say. Me and my friend had a terrible time and will not be going back. The service was horrible and all capitalized. We wanted to have dinner there, so we went to the Huckleberry
Oh, they do have a restaurant.
Huckleberry SN.
interesting.
I think they've spelled this completely. Come to find out, there was a busload of elderly people in there screaming at us.
Why?
Hold on. Let me read that again. So they were at the Huckleberry restaurant. To come find out, there was a busload of elderly people in there screaming at us that it was a private party for their dinner. So we went to the tavern, which was packed, but spots at the bar, we wanted drinks and dinner. So we waited and waited and waited. 30 minutes later, the bartender, Nick, I think completely ignored us. Not 1 second, I'll be right with you, or a hi, or anything for 30 minutes.
30.
So we took a table when the people left, never came over to clean it or acknowledge us whatsoever. We waited another 45 minutes. He finally came to clean it, and we called a pizza place and went there. Almost 2 hours and not one acknowledgement. We were starving. It was not right. Then the next day we had no cable for 5 hours. Wow. The people
God
that worked
forbid.
there could care less. The manager gave a drink coupon and a ton of excuses. We're never going back. We paid over $400 for 2 nights, and they catered to those bus full of elderly people on a discounted trip, but completely ignored us. I'm furious.
So it seems like the rooms and everything are nice.
Yeah.
It's just a service issue.
The room is good,
what's
but
the rating?
I think the elderly bus amount of people may have ruined that person's like vacation. And understandably, those
Not
elder.
as much as the cable, but I know where the cable was. It was in the bunk beds over at Cartoon Network.
Makes sense.
That is true. That's like the worst rating. I'm okay with still staying there. I just want to make sure there's no bus full of elderly people staying at that hotel at the same
What's
time.
the overall rating?
It was a 1 out of 5 star.
Wait, the resort's.
Oh no, 4.6 stars out of 5.
Oh my
And how
God.
many
Yeah.
ratings? Over 1,000?
Oh yeah, let me look.
It's got to be over 1,000. Then that's great. That's actually really
70
good.
reviews.
Oh, that's not too good though.
No, 1.5K.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
It's a 3-star hotel, they claim. So you're not.
So you're getting a 3-star motel with a 4-star
Yeah.
rating.
That sounds nice. It sounds like if you want to go on a cruise in Lancaster, just don't go anywhere. Just go on the steamboat. It just stays in one spot.
Stationary.
Yeah, if you
Stationary
hate
cruise.
if you hate going on cruises because you have a phobia, this might be an option.
I want to ask something, which sounds bad. Where is Lancaster compared to like any massive bodies of water? Is there like
Probably like 5 hours at least.
Yeah.
so how'd they get the ferry boat there?
Just dragged it across the land.
Wow, that's a good
They
question.
just put it. They towed
There's
it.
no way it's a real boat.
Guys, it's not a real boat. It's just a hotel they built that made it look like a boat. It looks like the
I'm thinking
the
like-
boat on the
I'm thinking
water
of like
at
Disney
Disney Springs.
Fulton,
Yeah.
yeah.
It looks just like that.
Oh,
It's
like
paddlefish.
Fulton's. Yeah, steak. It was
That's-
Fulton Steakhouse at
Was
Springs,
it?
right?
It was Fulton's at one time.
Yeah.
the
Before
Lily
it
Bell.
was,
The Lily
that's
Bell.
Before the
Paddlefish.
No, the Lily Bell was first, and then it was
Fulton's.
Fulton's, and then it was
Paddlefish.
Paddlefish.
Yeah.
You're telling me that that's not a real ferry at Disney Springs?
It is.
Sadly, my friend, it's not. It's not. That's not a real boat. So that is.
Don't ruin it.
Oh, sorry.
This recap really got out of hand.
No, it's
Went
okay.
on a
We're
full
okay.
another tangent.
We're okay.
Well, we always got to recap it because it sounds nice
It does.
when you put it all together. It sounds dreamy.
It's a good pitch. It's like
I want to be.
Nate, you did it so well that it was hard for me.
No,
to
you did a
follow
good
up.
job. You have a soothing voice for this.
Did I?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to create. So I'm gonna have to put some like recap music underneath it.
Oh, that sounds
to
nice.
like really sell it because we
Sell it with the images.
yeah, and we gotta
Oh
like
yes, that sounds so nice.
yeah.
Like an infomercial, like or like you ever see those vacation packages where they're really long, like come stay at the Ritz Carlton. You know what I'm talking about?
That's what I fall asleep to every night, like DVC.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to
videos
send
from-
away for those videos all the time just so I can get the vacation video updates, and I would watch them. Like they were just like, oh man, it's so cool. Like before YouTube came out, you could like see like daily vloggers and stuff that come out. I would literally send away for those vacation.
I feel like
VHSs.
Sean's gonna start talking about Samantha.
Samantha Brown.
Samantha
That's-
Brown.
Oh,
I
no.
feel like it's coming along.
Samantha,
Save that
if you
for
see
another
this,
video.
Yeah.
know it's coming.
It's a big thing. I love. I do
Samantha
too.
Brown.
Well, let me ask. Would you go on this vacation? Let us know in the comments below. If you have any other suggestions on where we could travel to next on Bad Travelers Club, let us know in the comments as well here on YouTube or in reviews on podcast network, stuff like that. Thank you very much. Anybody, any final words from anybody?
Let's go to Lancaster.
Lancaster.
Did I say it wrong again?
Lancaster. I don't
Lancaster.
It's like Lancaster. I don't know.
know. Lancaster.
Lancaster.
So, like I said, this is just being taught the right way to say it, and they appreciate it
This is not the right way. Okay.
All right. Well, let's go to Lancaster.
for them. Lancaster.
You can follow the Bad Travelers Club on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Bad Travelers Club, on Twitter at Bad Travelers, and be sure to subscribe to Bad Travelers Club wherever you get your podcasts.